Shopping for bargains has become a national obsession. Clothes have never been cheaper.
You get that kind of buzz of like, oh, I got a bargain.
But would our passion for throwaway fashion be so strong if we knew how the clothes were made?
It doesn't really affect me if it's been made by a 3-year-old or a 50-year-old.
Tonight, 6 fashion fanatics will swap shopping for the back streets of India and make clothes for the British High Street. For the first time ever, they will get to see what it takes to make us look good.
Come on, it's too hot. This is too stressful for me.
They'll work under back-breaking conditions.
Don't shout at me, please.
Sew in backstreet factories and live with the workers.
Out, please.
The place is just disgusting.
They'll discover some of the dark truths behind our high street clothes.
Absolutely hate it here.
These 6 young Brits are on a mission to find out the truth behind the stories they've heard. Amongst them are ad man Richard McIntyre.
They've called them, sweatshops, and they've said it's child labour. But I'd quite like to sort of get my own opinion of it and actually see it with my own eyes.
Aspiring fashion designer Tara Scott.
You can know that something's going on, but if you haven't seen it, then it's almost like is it real? Like, which truth do you believe?
Fashion student Amrita Singh.
At the moment, I'm not really bothered about where my clothes are made, but I wonder if making those clothes myself will change my mind.
Essex boy Mark Steadman.
I think it's going to be a massive rude awakening for me.
Over the next 4 weeks, Britain's fashionable will experience some of the best and the worst conditions.
It's not on. And the Indian Prime Minister should do something.
This? How can you live in these conditions? Don't you get sick?
Once you want to support your family, you need to work anywhere.
Can they survive this journey of a lifetime? Or will making the clothes they wear break them?
Everything is just piling up and you just snap.
India's capital, New Delhi. In just a few hours, these 6 young Brits are going to experience a side of the fashion business we never see. They're about to become Indian workers. Tomorrow, they'll start work in a factory making clothes for the British High Street. But first, they're on their way to one of the poorest suburbs of Delhi, where they'll be living with factory workers.
Just mental. It's just so busy here, isn't it? So many people.
Yeah.
Everyone's beeping and going really fast. It's as if everyone just shuts their eyes and then they just drive really fast and just hope for the best. It's really scary.
It's just a shithole, isn't it?
They all know the work is going to be hard and living conditions are very basic.
I'm just hoping they
It's
have
getting a
one.
bit panicky.
It's kind of scaring me. So let's just see when we get there. Oh my God. We're not staying
I'm not
here.
going to stay here, no way.
We're not
It's
staying
disgusting.
here.
It's dirty.
It is really, really filthy around here. We don't have immune systems like they do. Oh my God, I feel so weird.
Amrita, Georgina and Mark are staying with production line worker Lalita. As an unskilled worker, she makes 115 rupees a day, just under £1.50. She shares a 2-bedroom house with 10 other family members.
You've got to come and see this.
What is it?
It's the bathroom / shower.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's on there. Oh, sick. That's sick.
Oh my God.
First impressions.
Well, it's very basic, isn't it?
Meanwhile, Stacey, Tara and Richard arrive in a village nearby.
Why the hell have they brought us?
It's quite rural. The dad?
They'll be living with factory supervisor Kushalpal, his wife Krishna and their 2 children. Just like Lolita, Kushalpal's income of around £1.50 a day gives him a basic living wage, but no more. There's only one room to live and sleep in, and the kitchen and toilets outside. The family don't speak any English.
Would I be allowed to use the toilet?
Toilet? Toilet?
The toilet. I don't know why Thank you so much. I think they thought I wanted water, but I actually need the toilet. I'll just drink the water.
It's the end of their first day. Tomorrow, the Brits will go to work in the factory with Lolita and Kushalpal, where they'll be making clothes for the British High Street. This is Shahi, one of the most prestigious export clothing factories in Delhi. It's 8 a.m. and 4,000 workers are clocking on, including 6 young Brits. They're starting their experience of the clothing industry at the top. This is the Rolls-Royce of factories, and in Indian terms, this is as good as it gets. Shahi supplies some of the biggest names on the UK high streets, including Gap, French Connection, H&M, and Marks & Spencer.
Zara? Is it Zara? We've just seen Calvin Klein.
Quite weird seeing like at the front of each line it's got the name of each brand that they're making. So there was like Zara and Calvin Klein.
These production lines churn out 10,000 garments a day for the British High Street. For the first time ever, an Indian factory will be hiring Brits on their labour force. Mr. Giri is the factory boss, and he runs a tight ship.
Hi, good morning to all of you.
Hello.
I extend a very warm welcome to all of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We manufacture and export 3 million garments per month. The garments you might be wearing now may have been made here. Now you are going to be Shahi employees. Certain things we do not, tolerate. Now discipline is one thing that we have to adhere to. And this business is serious business. No fun.
Don't worry, we're going to make you really proud.
That's the spirit.
Before they can start making clothes, the group must learn how to operate a sewing machine. And first of all, they need to master their craft on paper.
It was just kind of daunting, I think, and it was like, shit, we've actually got to make stuff that people are going to buy, and yeah, that's really scary. Oh my God, I need to turn it on.
Oh, damn. My chances of being on the sewing line at the end of the week are probably 0.
To keep prices low for the high street, the factory must keep its production levels high. Each line needs to produce 300 garments a day. Stitchers are expected to turn out a collar every minute, which is why Supervisor Kushalpal needs to enforce discipline to make sure these targets are met. His boss is Mr. Kumar. He takes a hands-on approach to company law enforcement. And there's no exceptions, as Georgina finds out when she leaves her seat without his permission.
Or you want to listen one thing. If you want anything, you want to show your hand like this. After my helper, my assistant will come here, and whatever you need, she will fulfill for you. Okay? You don't want to go there and bring here. After that, you don't want to stitch.
No No one told me.
No,
No one told me.
So first of all, I am telling you, okay?
It's like your own golf swing. You've developed your own sort of style of doing it.
Not only can you not get up, but chatting's also forbidden.
See, you got a problem, you turn this way. She will listen you. After that, his finger, Anna, make it damage in needle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You want to be careful.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
The work is tough. 1,000 machinists stitching 6 days a week, earning an average of 20 pence an hour, a basic living wage. Every garment will have been through 30 Indian stitchers' hands before it reaches the UK high street.
Don't do like this. You control it in your pedal, like this. Like this, like this, like this. Don't do in your hand, okay?
How nice is that?
Georgina Briers has never had to struggle.
I like that.
She's used to getting what she wants when she wants it.
That's the one I want.
Georgina is definitely spoiled. I think everything's fallen into her lap. I've made it too easy for her.
They're well nice, Mum.
She's hooked on throwaway fashion.
I just love the fact that you can buy something really, really cheap and you can wear it once and chuck it away.
But her obsession is taking its toll on her bank balance.
I'm always paying her rent. For instance, last month she hadn't paid the rent for 2 months. Oh, I didn't realise that.
But Georgina thinks it's time to change.
Going to India, hopefully, it will curb my spending and will make me realise that I can't go on like this.
Barely a few hours into the first day, and already the stress has got to Georgina.
Unko paper do? Unko paper?
That fucking guy doesn't stop shouting at me and telling me to fucking do things that I seriously can't fucking do. Oh.
The fuck is that?
It's lunchtime, and a welcome break from the strict regime on the sewing floor. But even in the workers' canteen, there are rules.
Here. Sorry? Who's yours? Oh, the girls.
Oh, guys, don't sit with the girls.
Oh no, we're just gonna hang out with them.
You've got to sit here.
Why can't we sit there?
The rule.
Rules the
Rules, no men sitting with the women.
It's like completely... It's like being in prison. Oh my God. We didn't have this many rules at school.
Amrita Singh is second-generation British Asian. She was born in West London.
I am Brit Asian, so being brought up here, I'm kind of accustomed to the lifestyle that I lead here.
But this fashion photography student
Yeah, lean forward a bit, yeah.
has never experienced this side of India before.
Amrita's experience of India so far has been that of like a tourist. When you look at the poverty side, she's probably got no experience at all.
But Amrita still has strong opinions.
I think cheap fashion is great. I've seen like labels that do say like made in India, made wherever, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really affect me if it's been made by, you know, a 3-year-old or a 50-year-old.
But will she be able to handle making the clothes herself?
I just have a vision in my head of her like sinking into the ground in their stilettos going,
God, no. I've got something to prove. You guys think I can't do it. I can.
Back in the factory, the reality of the Indian working life is driving Amrita to despair.
Everything is so... I don't know, it's just so controlled. It's claustrophobic. It's like everything's closing in on you and you can't breathe.
Actually, you're not supposed to be standing in between the lines.
Seven hours through her first working day, and Amrita can't take any more.
I've been to India before. I've never had to experience anything like that before. It's absolutely pathetic.
Is it something we haven't experienced?
No,
before,
we haven't
though?
experienced it before.
We've
but
never had so many rules and
But
regulations.
it's, after everything keeps piling up so soon, everything is just piling up and you just snap. It's like the world's moving on really quickly. India's moving on really, really fast. Apparently it's going to be a superpower in the next 20 years. But the people, the working class people here are so 150 million years ago.
It's the end of their first day of work at the factory, and they're keen to find out how Lolita thinks they've coped.
लेकिन जो आपका वहाँ बिहेव था ना वो बिहेव आपको मतलब किसी को ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं लगा। जो आपका टेबल पे बैठना, चेयर पे यूं घूम के बैठना, ये सब कुछ अलाउड नहीं है। तो आपको भी अगर आप इंडिया का कल्चर देखना चाहते हो तो आपको भी ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए।
I've got a funny feeling. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling. She seems to think that.
We were taking the net.
Yeah, basically we thought we were special in the sense that.
जैसे आप लोग वहाँ पर आप जब रो रहे थे, ये आप ये वो सब उधर चले गए थे ना, वहाँ जाना हम लोगों का अलाउड नहीं है। आप वहाँ से आए हो, इंडिया के कल्चर को देखना चाहते हो तो इंडिया के कल्चर की ही तरह रहो, ठीक है?
I think it's because we broke too many rules today.
ये नहीं कि आप कुछ अच्छा लगा तो you no, ऐसा नहीं करना आपको। हाँ।
It's different. It's definitely different from the way I usually live. It's definitely different from the luxuries that I usually have. But I'm not gonna just quit because of those minor things. I think I need to look at the bigger picture, and the whole point of this trip is to understand how the other side live, and that's what I'm doing.
It's another early start at Kushalpal's house. It's just 5:30 a.m. and wife Krishna is already getting stuck into the chores. Kushalpal's firm hand extends to the home and his Western guests.
हमारे घर पे मेरे परिवार में जो मेरी फैमिली है ये डिसिप्लिन के मुताबिक काम होता है। जो मैं कहता हूँ कोई करते उसका कोई उल्लंघन नहीं करता। ऐसे सिखाना चाहता हूँ कि जैसे हम रह रहे हैं ऐसे ही यहाँ के भी ऐसे रहे।
My trousers are too dirty to go to work in. You know, how can you not get your trousers dirty in this? There's dirt everywhere you go. That's probably why they're a bit dirty at the ends. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just a bit funny.
It's 8 a.m. and it's back to the factory. And with a new day comes a fresh challenge. Before the Brits are allowed to start making the clothes for real, they must pass a basic sewing test.
Wish me luck!
It's a scary start to the day, because those that fail will be demoted to more menial, lower status and less rewarding jobs.
Start from here, come down all the way to here, turn, come down till here, turn once again and stop over here.
The big test.
So today I'm going to really try hard and get them really neat and excellent.
It doesn't seem that complicated. You've got a pedal to go and then you've got a twiddly thing to lift it up and down, so I'm sure it'll be easy enough.
I'm excited, really tired, just really everything's just getting to me now, but I just want to get this done and just prove that I can do it.
Your time starts now.
Oh, that was crap. my God, I'm such a donut. I misunderstood, like, the task and I've done it wrong.
What did you do?
I went around. I didn't know we were supposed to do it on the line. I've gone around.
Okay, so you can all stop now. Your 5 minutes are over.
On the management floor, Mr. Kumar is judging who will continue with the training and who will be moved off the stitching floor and demoted to an unskilled job.
Needle turning.
This is not on the line.
This is not on the line. Next.
This is Richard's.
Richard.
Richard is confident he'll pass.
I mean, you could train a monkey to do it if I was being perfectly serious. With 2 minutes of sort of concentration, you'll be able to pick up what they're doing. It's just not difficult.
At 24, Rich is on the fast track to success. He's already set up his own advertising agency and earns $50,000 a year.
Success is a state of mind, and it's very much a case of that if you believe that you can do something, then you are able to do it.
Richard, who grew up on a council estate, believes everyone can work their way out of poverty, even in India.
I think that all too often people look for an excuse as a reason not to achieve, rather than they look for an opportunity to succeed. I mean, a lot of it is just to do with laziness.
Back on the sewing floor, it's time for Richard to find out whether he'll get to stay or be demoted.
First is Tara.
Tara, you are selected for stitching aid.
Okay, cool. Right.
Okay, Mark. Yep. You are also selected for stitching aid.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. Richard. You are selected to another area.
Okay.
Okay.
No, what did I fail on? I don't get it.
You have deviated from these lines.
Lines. There is some mistake in lines.
That was my machine. Machine screwed me.
No problem.
As you can see, only marginally went over the line. Can we see it? Marginally went over the line. There and there. I see a conspiracy.
Okay.
Next is Stacy.
Stacy.
You are selected for sewing. Next is Amrita.
Amrita. Amrita also, you are also selected in sewing area.
Oh my, hey, thank you.
Georgina, you are not selected in sewing area.
That's bullshit.
While Richard puts a brave face on things, Georgina takes failure to heart.
I know, it's really annoying.
Just trying really hard.
Well, that's the best you can do. Just don't stress yourself.
Something from this. I want to like experience it, and it's really hard. And I don't agree with some of the things that these people do. I'm going to end up cleaning fucking
You're
bogs.
not going to end up cleaning bogs. You'll just be training again. Trust me, they can't make you clean shit here.
Sewing is skilled work, and those that don't make the grade are assigned lower status and less well-paid jobs. Georgina and Richard will take their place alongside 100 ironers on the finishing floor. Between them, the workers must iron 20,000 items per shift.
I just want to get one good piece to prove that I can do it, and to show these people that I'm not just stupid and I can do something. Because everyone just thinks I'm stupid and I'm not. I can do stuff. Just because I'm shit at sewing doesn't mean I'm shit at ironing.
Back on the sewing floor, the group are starting to feel ground down by yet more training. Once again, it's Amrita who can't hack it.
Oh my God, I seriously cannot do this anymore. Just to like be sitting at a machine, sewing stuff together, it's not creative, it's not interesting, it's not mentally stimulating. Bullshit. I need to get out. Yeah, I can't, why has he got that camera in my face? Tell him to...
For the second time in 2 days, Amrita's stormed off.
If I wait for her to come in here, I can find out what that hoo-ha was about and give her a piece of my mind, because I think that it's really, really unnecessary and rude. She thinks the world revolves around her.
Tara Scott wants to be a fashion designer, just like her mum.
My mum designs a concession range at Topshop called Tara Starlet, which she named after me, which is really girly, lovely, pretty dresses with a kind of like Hollywood vibe. Mum, what were you thinking?
Her mum relies on Tara's fashion flair.
Sometimes I call Tara the boss because she does have a lot to say on what I'm doing.
Tara thinks working in the Indian garment industry will be a great opportunity.
I really look forward to learning more skills because when I leave university, that's what I want to go into full-time business with my mum.
I expect her to come back as a really experienced machinist and then she could come and work like mad for me.
Up in the workers' canteen, Tara's ready to get things off her chest.
I just have a little bit of an issue with it sometimes, and it's kind of been bothering me today. Which is just that I just don't think that you have any respect for anyone else at all. And if you don't feel like being nice, then you're just not going to be nice.
I'm not gonna like act nice to these people just because they're factory workers or whatever. I'm not gonna act like
You don't really act nice to anyone when you don't feel like it, do you?
I apologise to her. No,
I'm Rita, darling. Here.
I'm finding it really hard to be here. Especially since I'm like from an Asian background as well as the Western one. I just find it really, really difficult at the moment to sympathise with a lot of these people and the way you guys do. But I just thought I'd apologise for being a bit too tough.
After her outburst, Amrita hears she's been demoted.
You are transferred to finishing area. Okay.
That's fine, thank you. I don't care what I do, I just was not happy doing this anyway. And yeah man, factory work so isn't my thing.
Amrita's dismissed for the day and joins the two other unskilled workers, Richard and Georgina, to get her first wage packet.
Is that 1,171?
No, it is only 117 rupees. That's less than £2.
117. Okay, cool. Do I get...
This is as per Haryana government. This is the local law.
This is what all the unskilled people get.
This is only unskilled people get.
And this is just less than £2 a day.
With the equivalent of £1.50 each in their pockets, they head out to see how far a day's wages will go. To compete with other nations like China, the factories need to keep costs down.
They have to struggle very hard. They have to work day and night to feed their family because the wages are very low. They work very hard to make this clothes, but we as an Indian, the prices we cannot afford to buy them.
So where is this market? This doesn't look like much of a market to me.
This is I think this is where they buy all their food.
This is skanky. Some fruit would be really good, but there's flies all over it.
No.
I'm going to try and do a bit of a shop for Chappelle and his family, and a bit of experiment to see how much food they can buy with a day's money, really. Is this the cheapest one?
78 rupees.
Do you have a cheaper mustard oil?
Mustard oil.
Do you have a cheap? Is this the cheapest one?
It's the cheapest nahi hai.
It's the cheapest one. Okay, run them up and that flour.
146.
Okay, sold. I'll take it.
You've got 117. 117.
Oh, turns out I can't afford it.
The girls try to stock up on some toiletries.
We just wanted to know the price of a deodorant bottle. Just
140 rupees each.
140 rupees. So, quite disgusted actually that something so I think is essential would cost a day's wages for somebody like Lolita. It's a bit... no.
For most workers in the garment industry, things like deodorant are a luxury item.
That's absolutely nothing. £1 something. If anybody told me at home, back in London, I'm only giving you £1 a day to do so much work, I would just not work. I'd just be like, that's just humiliating.
You know, I'm probably getting paid more in a day than they are in a month. And I'm just blowing it on complete crap.
It's just opened our eyes to a different,
yeah,
a different sort of part of the world, really.
It's their final day at Shahi, and the training is over. Tara, Stacey and Mark are finally being allowed onto a real production line, making clothes that will end up on the high street.
Today you will be working on live production line, and I expect you to follow certain things. Number one, you should be disciplined. You are working in a team. You should be a part of the team. Your productivity you should concentrate on. If you are slow, you'll be holding up the line.
Last 3 days are funny, you know, we've been working towards getting to this. We've been working on paper, doing straight lines, stopping and starting. It's about time we finally, you know, get down and actually get sewing some proper clothes.
I just feel like this is the moment that we've been building up to. I'm so stressed and nervous.
They'll all be stitching different parts of a designer shirt for the Calvin Klein brand, CK. There's no room for mistakes because every garment has to be perfect. Tara, Stacey and Mark take their positions amongst the 30 other stitchers who are counting on these 3 to keep pace.
Are you ready for the worst pocket you've ever seen in your life?
Okay. Please open this bundle and start it.
Oh my God.
Tara is sewing the centre seam. Mark will be making collars. He'll need to make 1 a minute to keep up. Stacey's already starting to struggle on pockets.
I've got to do 60 in an hour. I can barely do 1 in half an hour. So I better hurry up, else I'm going to get sacked.
Oh, that's awful. There's 2 I've messed up now.
The Brits need to keep up with the speed and quality of the rest of the line. If they're too slow, they'll bring the line to a standstill. Tara needs to stitch 1 hem every 30 seconds.
My target is 2 a minute, and I'm just not really meeting that right now. I'm taking 45 seconds, apparently, for each garment.
Now you are came to 1 minute. It is totally wrong.
Oh my God, I've slowed down.
Totally wrong.
They're not the only ones struggling. Amrita, Georgina and Richard have their own targets to reach on the ironing floor. They've got 50 shirts each to iron an hour. Trouble is, Amrita's discovered her ironing could actually be worse than her stitching.
I'd put the stitching and the ironing on the same level because they're both quite tricky. Although, I found... What the hell? I was supposed to press the steam button, but every time I do, the water goes everywhere. The iron seems to have a mind of its own.
It's not possible.
Yeah, no allowed.
Georgina's come to a standstill.
Come on.
My God, my back hurts. It's too hot.
You see.
I know, I said 1 minute.
Yeah, right.
God, now I will iron.
If you're not doing it well, you'll be demoted.
Great, can't wait, thanks.
Upstairs on the stitching floor,
Wait a minute. Wait, don't cut, don't cut.
Mark's starting to crack under the pressure.
Oh yeah, it's very stressful. All I've got is people buzzing around me telling me what to do. I think I'm a very typical individual within British society. I go to work, I live for the weekend, I look to enjoy myself and spend money on clothes.
24-year-old Essex boy Mark Steadman likes to dress to impress.
If I was going on a night out and you're looking to pull, you want to feel good. Looking good is an expensive hobby. It's not just hundreds of pounds, it's actually thousands of pounds when you actually really look at it. It's scary.
His job as an account manager for a telecom company funds his shopping sprees, but Mark's hoping the Indians will teach him different values.
I think that I'm actually going to be shown that all these creature comforts doesn't actually make you happy. But I'm worried that I won't actually be able to adapt to the way they actually live, and That's the nervous side of me.
Okay, touch here little bit.
The pressure's on and Mark's at breaking point.
What? There's no need to touch me.
I'm telling you, sit here, I will teach you.
Yeah, I'll sit.
You want to
You
listen
didn't tell
little
me,
bit.
but you grabbed my arm.
No, I told you, sit here, I will teach you. But he is not ready.
I'm not ready. Okay, I'm not ready. I'm not doing it. Okay. All I'm saying is, just don't. You don't have to handle someone. It might be. No, that's not. It's not on. It's not on. all I asked, he said he's going to come and show me. I went to move out of his way, and he grabbed hold of my arm and literally just pushed me back in the chair. And I'm not taking that. I'm not going to. You know what I mean? And then he's turning around and saying I'm not willing to learn. I'm here to learn. I've gone through both tests and I passed them. Everyone else, no one else has touched me. No one has had the need to touch me. If I stand up, there's no need to touch me. Or you can say, no, sit down in your chair, but you don't need to grab hold of someone. That might be their custom, but I don't like it. That's all I'm saying. Do you want to show me how to...
No, we are not ready. Whatever we are telling, you are not ready to listen.
I listened, and I listened attentively to everything that was said. All I'm asking you is don't put your hand on me.
You want to be a cool. I can show you.
I want to be...
Little bit cool.
I'm very cool.
Again, I will show you.
Okay.
Please keep your leg there. One leg you keep here.
Okay.
There.
Yep.
Okay.
Stacey's in danger of bringing the line to a standstill, so Mr. Kumar steps in.
Can I change to another area?
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Now?
Now?
Okay.
This is your cutter.
I think I'm actually really near the end. I'm just doing the cuffs. So I just have to go like, stop, stop.
And Mark's also been moved down the line to an easier job.
I'd done about 25 collars, probably about 30 collars in total. And I think there was only one that actually looked at and said it was half good. I mean, you could come to the end of making the collar and then you slightly go out of line and it's not good enough. It's stamped and reject and it's gone.
Richard and Georgina have been demoted as well. They failed to meet their ironing targets and are being sent to do the lowest status job on the line.
This is the operation called button closing. This guy is using this device to close the button. So I think this will be easier for you to achieve than doing pressing.
I'm just gobsmacked that my shirt button. I want to pass it because I want to prove that I can actually succeed at something here at the factory.
Yeah, it's not difficult. It's just extremely repetitive and boring.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Finally, they found a job they can actually do.
Yeah, I've got 48, so you must have 52.
54. Prove it.
On the sewing floor, the shift is coming to an end. After a slow start, Tara has come into her own. She's managed to keep up with the line and achieved her target for the day.
How many bundles you are already finished? 4 bundles.
No, I did 5, but one of them's already
One
gone.
of the bundle is gone to inside.
Yeah.
Okay, Tara, I am very happy with your hard work also. And I am very happy with your positive thinking.
Thank you.
I am very happy, okay?
Thank you. I think I was quite proud of myself today. Everyone kept saying that it was good, so that was nice.
After a week working here, Mark is starting to have a new respect for his clothes.
There's about 30 people sat in front of me just making one garment, so you've got to realise that it's not just one person who's made your shirt, or it hasn't just been made by a machine, it's actually 30 individuals who have gone into making the product you're wearing.
I think it's the wages that's really made me think more than anything else. And I think what they're getting paid in a day, not even 10% of what we're paying for that piece of clothing.
Someone's got to sew them, got to be made somewhere. Ultimately, if we don't buy them and there's no sort of demand, that means that factories like this will have less workers in them, and all we're doing is harming the economy more.
As the rest of the workforce packs up for the night, one worker's still soldiering on.
I did 6 cuffs. They're quite big cuffs. Tara did 100.
You are a hard worker, but you are not achieving your whatever the target or whatever the quality.
No. I don't want to stay, but I know I have to because they've been teaching me the past 3 days of their time, so I just got to try and do a bit more. I'm really, really glad and I'm really grateful that I've been here and I've seen how the clothes are made. I've tried it, at least. Failed miserably, but I tried.
Tomorrow, the group start the next chapter of their journey. Tara and Stacey still haven't got their heads around the basic conditions Indian workers live with.
Yeah. We're basically cooking on a bonfire, which, like, compared to back at home, is just, like, ridiculously difficult.
Nothing's ready, there's no fire. I think we've tried really good.
Hard.
We really have.
I think we're doing better than I thought we would, but I don't think anyone's going to touch these with a barge pole.
You want some salt on yours?
No. Do you?
Nice, guys.
Very good.
Oh, thank you.
Tasty.
I just don't want to eat the chapati because it's cooked on cow dung.
It's not actually cooked on cow dung, is it?
It is cooked on cow dung.
Because Shalpal's wife, Krishna, is fed up with jokes about how poor they are.
You must have felt that the family was laughing at you because obviously you had no idea what you were doing. But this reminded her of what it felt like for herself on the first day when you guys arrived, because you just laughed at everything her family did. You laughed at her family home, you laughed at her toilet, you laughed at the way they slept. You didn't do it directly to her face, but she could tell that you were just sniggering at her all the time. And that made her feel really upset. She's just really hurt that you just didn't understand where they come from and that you didn't make the effort to understand their culture. At the end of the day, they're poor, but they gave you everything they had, but you just laughed in their faces.
For Richard, Tara and Stacey, this news has come out of the blue.
They're having a laugh.
Just really upset. Just feel like we've made such an effort and I don't think I laughed at anyone and I don't think I have complained about the loos or anything and
all we've done is say thank you. I've said thank you about 1 million times because I don't want them to think that we're horrible.
They don't think you're horrible.
I mean, obviously, we did have a joke between us, because it's completely different for us, and, it's shocking, but it wasn't, nothing was ever, I saw, us being just horrors.
My experience of the family, was very high. There was a lot of positives about them, and I'd really got quite a good opinion of them. I very much felt that she just kind of ripped all of that apart.
She could easily have been watching us and having no idea what we were saying and seeing us laughing and maybe being by the loos and having a joke and thinking that we're laughing at her loos and stuff. And so I think that's definitely something that in the future we're going to have to be really aware of.
Over at Lolita's house, it's Georgina, Amrita and Mark's last night. For Georgina, it's been a rewarding experience.
I'm loving this journey that I'm going on at the moment. Although it's really tough and it is a hard journey, I'm actually enjoying it because I'm starting to learn things about myself.
I haven't done this since I was a little girl with my mum, so it's just reminded me of being with my mummy.
Georgina's always put herself first, which has caused rows with her mum.
I would say she's one of the selfish people that I know, and I know that sounds awful because she's my daughter, but she always thinks of number one, she doesn't think of anybody else.
Staying with an Indian family has been a real lesson.
The people over here, they've got to work so hard for things, like Lolita, who we're living with. She's up at 5 o'clock in the morning. She gets the kids ready for school. She makes sure her mum's okay. She goes to work, starts work at 8. It's just bizarre because I've never I've never done anything like that. I've just looked after myself. Like this? See? I'm doing good. It's the first time. We've all come from different situations, so we found it a lot more difficult. And we have learned, I don't know if you guys have, but I know I've learned a lot, even if it's just about myself. Me too.
Lolita's reminded Georgina to value her family.
They just love their families and have respect for them, and that they're working so hard to be able to put food on the table. And there's me just going and buying these clothes and just like disrespecting my family and not even caring and just being really selfish. Hi Mum, it's me. Hello, yeah. Oh, I've missed you, Mum, so much. I've learned so much, like, and I love you, Mum, so much. I know, but I'm so horrible to you. I'm always horrible to you, and you've always been there for me, and I've just been such a cow, and I love you so much. I never realised how much.
For the last week, 6 young Brits have been living the life of Indian garment workers to find out the truth behind how high street clothes are made. They've been working in one of the best factories in India. Now things are about to get much tougher. India has thousands of cramped workshops producing bargains for the British market. Here the conditions are tougher, the hours are longer, work is harder, and many don't go home at night. Instead, they sleep on the factory floors. Today, these 6 Brits will be working for a small family-run exporter, Stylecraft, who designed bargain fashion for the British High Street.
Oh dear God.
Oh, that is wrong.
The factory's based in one of the poorest parts of West Delhi.
It is a cow as well.
It's tucked away down a back street, past the cow dung.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Stylecraft boss, Mr. Aurora, is there to meet them.
Namaste.
Yes, dear, I am Vinod Arora. There you will have to do everything from start to finish, each garment. It is not that you will have to stitch only one part, you will have to start the garment and finish it.
This time, everyone will be making the whole garment.
That's what we have to make?
Yes, yes. 12 rupees for one piece will pay you.
That's like less than 10p.
No, you see, it is a question of 10p. I hope you will be, normally our tailor makes about 20 pieces a day of this style. I hope you'll be able to make at least 6.
When we make 6 garments, are you talking about 6 garments each or 6 between the 6 of us?
No, 6 garments each.
Oh, jeepers creepers. We got a lot of work ahead of us.
At least they should understand the garment industry. They should know that this is not a bed of roses. They should also learn when they go and buy the goods there in the stores in UK, they should also know how much how much hard work is involved in making this.
Where do we go?
It's lunchtime, and after yesterday's row, Richard still has a sour taste in his mouth.
How fucking difficult is it to stick all your rubbish in like a big tip or something? Now, do me a fucking favour. They're just filth mongers. This is a fucking disgrace. Oh, that is just fucking disgusting. So I thought I was going to see India. All I've seen is a fucking swamp. The place is a fucking shithole. But yeah, the actual place just seems like a hellhole. It stinks. the sewer and stuff, but it seems to be pretty much a shithole, the whole sort of thing.
You know, we are lucky that we're experiencing this.
This is people's real lives.
I don't feel that lucky, funny enough, right now. Do you feel that lucky? Like feeling hungry and dirty and with all the disgusting
because it's
smells
better than just being
watching people
given
piss and
everything
shit
you
on the
want for
side
the
of the
rest of your
roads.
life. We are interested in fashion. We spend a lot of time and money on fashion and shopping and clothes that are manufactured in places like this. And I think that it's about more than just seeing like, oh, there's really poor people in India and thank God I don't live like that. It's about really kind of understanding the like daily grind and like miserable kind of repetition that these people go through in their lives, and they don't progress anywhere. They just stay on the same place for years and years and years.
The only people who look miserable in this place is us.
I suppose if someone foreign come into my country, England, and was saying, you know, this is disgusting, it's dirty, it's filthy, it stinks, I hate it, I'd just think, well, what are you doing here then? Like, you're in my country, don't be so damn rude. Like, go back to your own country.
Putting their differences aside, it's back to work. This time in a workshop up the street.
Come with me.
Many companies like Mr. Aurora's farm out the stitching to small firms. It's a far cry from their previous experience of factory life. Here there are no shifts, no clocking in or clocking out. People work up to 18 hours a day.
They sleep there, they eat there, they take bath there, and then if there's no electricity, what to do?
There's one toilet shared by up to 30 workers, and the canteen, that's a gas burner.
Machines are falling apart.
This will be their place of work until they finish the job.
This is how I imagined a sweatshop to be. Just dirty, smelly, disgusting. It's just absolutely horrible.
Really bad. We haven't got any toilets, we've got no toilet roll, we haven't got even a shower. It's dirty and it smells really bad.
Just a bit depressing really, like with the smell of the generator and just everything really kind of like intoxicating and really like...
Yeah, this place is my idea of hell.
Their work will be overseen by the boss of the unit.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Raman, from the bosses of Lilmlabs International. Okay, check the measurement chart, shoulders, chest.
Over the next 3 days, the group have to stitch 36 garments, but it's not easy. Their training is only basic, and the power cuts in and out, making progress slow.
Put the thread from this side.
You mean that this wheel here?
It wouldn't perform.
Oh, because that wheel there turns
yes,
clockwise.
exactly.
So that's got, okay, I get it now.
Right?
I'm getting on very badly. You would never imagine how difficult it is. Well, it is for me anyway.
Can you show me how to help?
I just stitch this inside out.
Oh shit, yeah. Everyone's got the no one wants to be here.
As the day comes to an end, they're nowhere near meeting their target.
Guys, what's going on? You need to finish all the garments. So you carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to work, you can work whole night.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get rest, you can sleep.
Okay.
Okay. Boys will sleep here with my boys, with my workers, and girls will sleep inside the room. Okay.
The boys will just sleep on the desk.
Yes. Yeah. No, not on desk.
We're gonna sleep.
We will provide you the bedding.
Where do we sleep though? Just on the floor, here?
Floor, yeah.
Oh my God. Sleep on the fucking floor.
Coming up next time, life gets tougher.
Excuse me, guys. Out, please. Fresh yourself up and back to work.
I'm up for just not even giving a shit about hygiene and just getting out of here as fast as possible.
Will our 6 survive to find out how their clothes are made?
It just seems really, really unfair, like being really cheated.
I don't think it's that bad for them. I mean, it's fucking horrific for us.
Or will the reality of working at the budget end of high street fashion finish them off?
I don't want to be here for another minute. It's a fucking shithole.
It's gone way too far.